Chad Wilson, All Eyes DB Camp. All right, you want to work on your press man skills, but you work out at the park by yourself. Today, I'm going to give you some drills that you can do to work on your press man skills when you're working out all by your lonesome. Today on DB Tip Clips. All right, you're at the park by yourself. You're doing your footwork, that's cool, but you do want to work on your press man skills, and there's no receivers around for you to trash around. That doesn't mean you can't work on your press man skills. So I'm going to show you a couple of ways that you can work on your press man skills even when you're at the park by yourself. So let's start off with this. If you're in most of the United States, you're probably at a park where you got a goalpost, and hopefully it's padded like this. Even if it isn't, the situation is still the same, all right? So we are gonna work on striking our hands on a guy when we're in press man. Of course, this is not going to move, so we don't have the benefit of that, but we can get something out of it, which is using our proper hand strike, but more importantly, having our eyes in the right spot. So let me take my glasses off of this. So the first thing we're gonna do is line up at about a depth where we would be far enough from the receiver to strike him. All right, so we're far enough from the receiver to strike him. Whether we started off that way or he, carefully worked his way into that spot, we are now ready to strike the receiver. Here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna strike the bag like this several times, but the most important part is I am not gonna take my eyes from the guy's waist up here to see my hand striking. This is where most guys make their mistake. They try to see what their hands are landing on, and that causes their eyes to go up from the receiver's waist to his shoulders and his chest. And now we're looking at the shoulders and chest that moves a whole lot faster than the waist. So the important part of this drill is keeping our eyes here on the waist and shooting our hands above our eyes. Okay, if a receiver's hips are here, we know that his shoulders are right above that on 99.999% of the human beings in the world. And basically everyone that's playing football. Hips here, shoulders and chest are here, so I don't need to look at the shoulders and chest. I see his hips, I shoot my hand. So that's the drill. I take a step and I shoot. I can shoot a step with the right foot, shoot my hands, step with the left foot, shoot my hands. Always though, my hands above the eyes. So right foot, step, left foot, step. You do that over and over and over again, you'll get really, really good at having eye discipline and striking the receiver the way that you want. All right, we know where our eye's supposed to be. What about our hands, okay? What about our hands? It's very simple. I think if any of you have played any padded football and been in a practice, you've done something with jamming a pad or jamming a sled, so you kind of know where your hands need to be, but it's here, thumbs up and shoot. Thumbs up and shoot, okay? It's not this situation, definitely not something like this. It's here, all right? And what we're symbolizing is the receiver being right in front of us. That's when we use the two-hand jam, when the receiver's right in front of us. We're not trying to use the two-hand jam when the receiver is off to the side of us. We're gonna talk about how that jam needs to look next. All right, so that's what we do when the receiver is directly in front of us. We're using that two-hand jam with our eyes down. What happens though when the receiver moves outside of our frame? And by frame, I mean, this is my frame. You think of yourself as a door. When the receiver exits outside of our frame, which he will eventually do because he's running forward and you're kind of moving sideways or back, now the jam needs to be with our offhand. What's the offhand? This would be the near hand. This would be the offhand. So to work this drill, you would turn yourself at about a 45-degree angle, which is what you would do in your kick slide when a guy tries to exit or gets outside of your frame. And now you're working that offhand jam. Again, we do not let our eyes rise because a guy has moved outside of our frame. We're still shooting our hands above our eyes, okay? And what we're trying to do is aim down the middle of the guy and shoot for his chest, not his shoulder, because if we shoot for the shoulder and he dips that shoulder, we're gonna miss. So we aim for that chest. If he happens to dip, maybe we still catch the shoulder, we're still in good shape. But once again, the most important part is eyes staying down on the hips as we shoot above that. So you just get used to doing that. You can do several of these over and over, maybe 3 in a row. I'm turned at a 45-degree angle. We're pretending this pad is the receiver. Eyes on the hips, hands above the eyes. So 1, 2, 3, okay? Another important part is staying in balance when we shoot. A lot of guys will do this, all right? Or they'll lean forward to shoot. Same thing when you head up too. We don't want to be doing this. We don't want to practice leaning into. We want to be balanced. See how I'm balanced? All right, I'm on the balls of my feet and I'm balanced. Same thing when I'm off to the side. I'm balanced and I'm shooting, okay? I'm not leaning into it. I'm not throwing my knees down, and I'm definitely not spreading my feet to do this. Balanced, shooting, hands above eyes. 1, 2, 3. You would turn around to the other side, do the same thing. You could stay right there at a 45-degree angle, shooting the hands above the eyes. I'm still balanced. I'm still ready to move this way in case I miss or things go wrong. I can still get out. All right, let's put this all together. Now that I've showed you how to do it when the receiver's directly in front of you and he's off to the side, how do we put a little workout together on this? And believe it or not, you can get really, really good on your press man just working this particular drill right here. So we get lined up, like I said, feet shoulder width apart, we're balanced, all right? And we're in front of the guy. We've got our eyes down on his hips, and we do 3 to the middle. 1, 2, 3. And we slide off to the side, 45. 1, 2, 3. Flip it around to the other side, 45-degree angle, eyes low. We're shooting our hands above our eyes. 1, 2, 3. All right, then you can get around and get some movement in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's a workout you can do here. You do that over and over. You're gonna get really good at striking in your man-to-man press man coverage when you're playing hard press. And you can even use this if you're a guy that's using soft press. You can use this as well, because at some point the guy's gonna exit and you're gonna need to jam. Either way though, you are getting a really good workout doing this right here. Those are 2 ways that you can do it. You can either do the 3 strikes right here, go off to the side for 3, like this. Then you can double it up with this. You're gonna be a press man god after that. All right, so let's say you're in some parts of the country where soccer has taken over. Like in South Florida, it's soccer everywhere. We haven't made it to a World Cup final, by the way, but I digress. Anyway, let's say you're at a field, there's no goalpost here, but you do have a soccer net. You can work the same deal on a soccer net, same drill. So I'm gonna show you that drill, how we would work it on a soccer net. I will say this, one of the pluses though, for using the soccer goal is that it's a smaller area, so you've got to be even more detailed and finite, if I could use that word, when you're using it. So it forces you to be a little bit more focused and detailed. With the bigger pad, you have a little bit room for error. With this, you've got to be a little bit more precise with your shots. But I'm going to show you the drill on this. We're lined up in front of the goalpost. My eyes are going to stay here. I'm going to shoot above, my hands above my eyes. 1, 2, 3. Off to the side. 1, 2, 3. Notice how my eyes stay down. I'm off to the side here. 1, 2, 3. Then I could work the drill the other way that I said, where we've got constant movement. So I'm here, 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 then I finish here. And make sure you finish balanced. You could be lower, you don't want to be all the way up high right here. Finish down here with a good power position. Here, 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 then finish here. And that's how you do it on a soccer goal. No excuses, no excuses. All right, so let's summarize how the drill works. We're gonna get within striking distance of the post. All right, that's number 1. Number 2 is get into a balanced stance. All right, number 3, shoot our hands above our eyes. Number 4 is get off to the side at a 45-degree angle. Still shoot our hands above our eyes. All right, and that's what it is to the drill. Those are the 4 steps right there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Before you take off though, I've got 2 great things that are gonna help you get to the elite level as a defensive back. You want more interceptions, you wanna be an All-American, you wanna be an All-Pro, I've got a couple of great things for you. The first is the All Eyes DB Camp members area. I've had this around for 5 years, been cranking out top of the line DBs and great coaches from the All Eyes DB Camp members area. I'm talking about over 200 videos going over tips, drills, technique, coverages, everything you need to be an elite DB. The other thing is a book that everyone who plays defensive back, trains defensive backs, or coaches defensive backs should have in their arsenal. It's my 101 DB Tips ebook. It's the ultimate reference guide to playing defensive back. Everything's covered in there. How to train, how to play man, how to play zone, your leverage, just about everything in there is covered. Not just about everything, everything covered. 101 DB tips. I have links to both down in the description below. Hey, once again, man, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like and a share. Of course, if you've not subscribed already, come on, what are y'all doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell so you're notified the next time I put out a great DB video like this one. And of course, and as always, appreciate you guys coming in, checking out the video, and all eyes DB camp. Consistency breeds results.